give them an advantage, I feel.
I believe Mike might stream. Mike from Latin America.
Oh, Mike's playing. Okay. Do we have confirmation on their lineups yet?
I'm not sure. I'll have to see what's happening in the ref chat.
We will go and have a look. I'll go get Discord up in a second.
I'm actually not a ref for that match, now that I realize.
Don't worry, I'm not either, but we're going to go and ask the referees, see if we can get lineups, and we will be kind of analysing them before this match starts, because...
Oh yeah, Mike is definitely streaming.
Okay, so on his perspective, and then I think Team Asia, did they ever stream it? Yeah, Azusa streamed for them yesterday.
Oh, but he's not in lineup, unfortunately.
He's not in lineup, so we might only have the Team Latin America perspective, because if Azusa's not in the lineup, I don't think any of Team Asia are going to be streaming other than him. So we'll have to see how that goes.
I'll drop his stream in the chat right now.
Discord, there it is. Let me just go on Discord a second and find out what is happening. Hopefully this...
Yeah, that's Mike's stream.
Okay, so he's streaming. We will confirm lineups as soon as we kind of...
Oh, I have Asia's lineup here.
Let's have a look.
Asia's lineup is Renoa, David, Tomi, Joseph, Zeke, Sharp.
That's not too bad of a lineup. That's not
pretty
too bad.
You got David, who currently has the world record on one DK Jungle.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's DK Jungle.
Yeah, Tomi, definitely a good player. Joseph as well. Zeke making his World Cup appearance, probably the first bike. Actually, no, Nebs used bike yesterday, so...
Oh, is he a biker?
Yep, he's a biker.
Interesting, okay.
And Renoa from China.
Let me kind of
not much I know about him.
There's Asia's line.
Oh,
so when Asia was Germany last year, what did they do? They used... I think Renault was their substitution for last match, but I don't think they used him. They used Sharp last night, and he didn't do too well. He scored 39 total, which wasn't great, but hopefully today he can kind of come back from that. Joseph scored 72 last night, so that's quite a decent score, especially on Mario Kart 8. So hopefully he can keep that up going into this match with Latin America. And then who else did you say? I think the others didn't play. I'm pretty sure.
Joseph played yesterday.
Yeah,
David
Joseph,
did not.
David
did not play.
Didn't. So I think most of this lineup are people who didn't play yesterday. I think the only people who played yesterday are Joseph and Sharp. I'm pretty sure.
Tomi definitely played yesterday.
Was he in your lineup? Okay.
Yes.
So those three played. Tomi scored 77, which is quite good on Mario Kart 8. He got a GP2 score of 41. So hopefully Asia can keep it up this war. They did only lose to Team Germany on one of their GPs by 8 points. So if they can kind of keep up that teamwork and consistency, they should be fine against Latin America, I feel.
Yep. So we've got Latin America's lineup here, which is quite strong.
Share it?
Yep, sharing it right now. We have Pedro, Chibi, Sparky, For Life, Kai, and Mike.
Oh, I have heard of most of that lineup, actually. So yeah, I do see that being quite the hill for Asia to climb over.
Latin America is quite strong. They're not using Roberto, which is probably one of the top 3 players, but Chibi and Mike are definitely in the lineup, and they're definitely part of that top 3.
Yeah, that is fair enough. I'm looking at the roster on MK boards. I have heard of most of this lineup. I am seeing the people you just mentioned. So we will just have to see if Asia can overcome, because that Latin America lineup does sound particularly strong. So we will just have to see how it fares for Team Asia.
I'm curious to see who'll be in the front more. people have been like kind of sleeping on Mike from what I've seen. Everyone's talking about like Chibi, Roberto, which is fair. They're both well-known, strong players. But from what I've seen from Latin America scrimmages, Mike has been MVP in quite a lot of wars. So this, and since he's streaming, and if you've watched his stream before, funny stuff happens. Like he'll hit a wall and go flying everywhere. It's quite hilarious at times, but he'll still clutch it out. So I'm looking forward to this, definitely.
Well, hopefully we will be getting started sometime soon. I believe Tom's somewhere setting up the stream. I don't know what he's doing, but he is somewhere over the rainbow.
I had to
There
reset my Firefox like I said I would in between wars, so that we don't have any of the weird flashy stuff.
Okay, so yeah, you're doing that anyway. So yeah, Latin America, it does seem like the stronger team, and I think certainly with that lineup you just mentioned, I do think they will be taking this. But as I said, even though Asia did lose their match to Team Germany by 162, I think even though they did lose, they have quite a good chance, I believe, against Team Latin America here, as I said, because Team Asia has already got that one World Cup match under their belt, so they kind of know what to expect. They kind of know they have to, maybe from mistakes they made yesterday, they won't make them again today. So if they made mistakes, if they like underestimated Germany, which I don't know why they should, but just for example, if they hit walls or threw blues or fucked around, I mean, I know it's a World Cup match, however, they might have made some mistakes that were crucial for them to getting the win yesterday. So as they have played a World Cup match already, they kind of know what mistakes they made and can rectify them, whereas Latin America have yet to play a World Cup match, so I think that might hinder them in the long run, but I don't know. We will have to see how that goes anyway. I believe we are going to get started soonish.
The screen share has frozen for me, unfortunately.
Oh no.
I see Firefox's black screen.
Okay, yeah, that's not an issue that we've had for some time, so...
We do it.
I'm doing CSL support in between the matches. I've been caught
you're gonna
out.
be so tired by the end of this.
Oh, it's okay, I've got the whole day, and I'm playing CSL.
That's gonna be a grind.
It's a grind, but I did it yesterday, so even more
Don't
grind.
Don't worry. I fell asleep at 10 p.m. last night because I was just like, I've had enough. Goodbye.
I had to make it to the 3 a.m. and then I woke up at like 8. So
oh dear.
5
It's
hours
not gone
sleep
too
and I'm
great.
still awake.
It's not gone too great for you. Okay, I've got the spinning circle of death still. I can't see screen share yet, so that'll come on in a minute. Actually.
Hopefully.
Hopefully it will. If not, I'll leave the call and rejoin. Oh no, there we go. I've seen it. I can see it.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, so we have got Mike's perspective here. Is this the only perspective we're getting? I imagine it is.
From what I've been told, yes.
Because Azuz is the only one who would go with Asia, but apparently he's not warring, so I imagine we'll only be getting Mike's perspective.
Yeah, this is definitely the only stream from what I'm seeing in the chat.
Apparently, Leo is asleep or something.
Yeah, so KY is playing for Kai. I'm not sure if it's KY or Kai.
I do not know.
I know a couple of Kais in this community. The Japanese Kai and Monfi, technically. So, yeah, I'll call him KY so I don't keep mixing up Kais, just for my sake. Unless he PMs me right now and confirms me that his name is indeed
like, the stream is just like randomly messaging you, like, call me this. Go. Why is my screen share's frozen again? Let me...
I'm gonna assume because Tom has a lot of things open, but
I don't...
mine just... You have so many tabs open.
It's nothing in comparison to what I normally have when I'm casting CSL.
True. But, I mean, it's bearable for me. It just stops for like half a second and then
I've been stuck on someone's me joining the room for the past 30 seconds, so I'm gonna reset. I'll be back in a sec.
If we want, I'll close Photoshop because that probably is the thing that's taking the most of the memory up. So now that we have actually got the updated group table, we can afford to close Photoshop for a few minutes.
Oh, okay, wow, it's running much smoother for me.
There we go.
It's still twirling circle for me, so let me wait until it kind of comes on, because I can't cast the twirl.
Ah, no, he can't cast when his internet doesn't work. Apologies about that. We will be bringing KP back once his internet wants to hold. Hello!
That was very
Don't worry,
quick.
my call just keeps dropping for some reason. If I randomly stop talking mid-sentence, you'll know why. So, yeah.
So we see For Life, Kai. I'm guessing Leo and Kai are the ones missing from that room. And not too sure. I see David. Tomeep is definitely missing. Joseph's in there, and I believe that's Sharp.
We're going to ask the chat who they think is going to win the match out of Asia and Latin America. It is certainly going to be good. Someone's cat's going to win.
Yeah, David's cat.
David's cat.
He's in this war. My cat and For Life's cat. Lots of cats winning today.
Cats are going to be winning.
Yep, I agree with Protox there. LTA, but it'll probably be close. Actually, I think KP mentioned earlier that we haven't really seen LTA's strength because it's just a simulation of all the Latin American countries, which have never happened before, in MK8 at least. So I'm actually really interested to see what happens. Wait, did KP drop again?
I think he did, yeah.
Okay.
I've dropped 5 times in the past 30 seconds, so don't worry. This is my computer not doing too great. But yeah, I'm just waiting for the screen share to load for me again. But while I wait, have we got predictions for this match? Who do we want to win? Have we done predictions? Because I'll give my opinions kind of now.
I think the general vote is that it's going to be Latin America, but it's only going to be by a few points.
Well, that's exactly what I was going to say, conveniently. Like I said, because Latin America is so new to kind of being a team, I mentioned with Team Nordic when they faced Team Australia in Mario Kart Wii, and even on Mario Kart 8, for that matter. I believe I didn't exactly watch UK and Nordic. I was too busy doing other things. But as far as the United Kingdom and Nordic went yesterday, and I know this was not this match, but where I think it's similar is the fact that UK is quite an established team. They've been around since the beginning of the World Cup, or even before then. Some of them have played together for years and years and years, whereas Nordic really only came around this year, whereas we had Team Finland last year, with Nike and Ruby and Tomsu and Puff and whoever else played Mario Kart 8 at the time. They kind of had enough for Team Finland, whereas a few of them players have dropped, so now they are having Team Nordic, which is it's still got your typical Team Finland members, but it also has all the other members who might not be comfortable teaming with each other yet, which is where I think Team UK really got the upper hand in that match yesterday, with the fact that they were also confident playing with each other. They knew each other's play styles, they knew how they raced, whereas the thing with Team Nordic was, they might not be as experienced with Team UK as knowing what their players are like, how they race, etc., etc. I think the same applies for Latin America, and I suppose Team Asia as well.
We're having an Asia lineup change.
Oh, yeah.
Are we? Okay, I'll let you do that go on, you do that, and then I'll continue.
We've not quite been told what it is, but we have been told by Batboo that there is going to be quite a change for the Asian lineup. We can see that there aren't too many Asian, or there are 5 Asian players in the room, but clearly their last one isn't there, and it looks like it's...
Batboo is typing.
Batboo is typing.
Oh, Sharp disappeared. They did have subs lined up, so I don't think it'll pose a problem.
It's going to be Gary, I believe, so that should I'm not too sure if that's going to affect the outcome too much, but...
Well, no, because Gary played yesterday and did quite well, from what I remember. He was always kind of in middle to top spots, so hopefully that will continue into this match. But as I was saying about Latin America and Asia, to be fair, both teams are new, so it's kind of, they don't know, maybe might not know how each other play.
Smash will play, not Gary.
What?
Oh,
Who
Smash.
will play what?
Smash.
Smash
I
will
don't know who
play.
Smash is.
Gary
I don't
will
know who
not be
Smash
playing.
is.
He plays MKW as well, Smash.
Oh, is it that Smash? Okay.
Yes.
It is that
Didn't
Smash.
Didn't realize he played MK8. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
Fair
he's
enough.
in Arcadia right now, trialing.
Fair
So-
enough. We'll see how he goes then, I suppose. Definitely see how he goes. I have him on Skype actually. Yay. Let me go and tell him good luck. Apparently I can't spell. I'm thinking most of Team Asia, well not most of them, but some of them are American, aren't they? Or live in America.
Yeah,
Quite
they
a
live
few
in
of them.
America, but
Which is
they're
why
or-
I'm surprised
yeah.
they're playing this early, because that's like 8 AM for them, isn't it?
yeah,
I'm
I
quite
mean-
surprised they're playing this early.
it's 9 a.m. I guess they must have set their alarms. So
I suppose. Oh. What is the next match after this? It's an MKW match, isn't it?
No,
it's another MK.
It's an
but-
MK8 match, but we won't be able to cast it because there is an MKW one about 25 minutes after,
Ooh, I see.
Yeah.
which is...
I guess you guys will take over here. Oh, the match started.
Yep, the match has started. We're seeing some Cloudtop Cruise picks.
Oh, I'm still on. Okay, let me reset.
Okay. Pray for KP. Yeah,
Alright.
I'm not sure if MK8 will be getting another stream host or if we will be, after this match, taking like a half-hour break and then getting to France. What's the first
Well,
match?
Azuma's.
Benelux, France.
All right, so that was a cloud top pick by Latin America.
That is, yeah.
You might have to switch back to the OBS stream.
Ah, okay, we've got a sharing issue. That's actually a sharing issue. I have switched back, but it doesn't want
Okay.
us to. But yeah.
All right. So yeah, Mike's in first. I mean, his time is pretty good
Oh,
here. So I
no, well, he's been
never
hit
mind.
out, so
As soon as I say that,
Mike is no longer in first.
yeah, I'm assuming most of the Mortons are Latin America. I'm aware that Asia does not like using Morton, or at least they're not using Morton, so they can realize who's who since they're not actually Skype calling.
Ah, that's not good.
Yeah.
Does Asia normally go Skype-less?
Yeah. From what I see, yeah, they normally go Skypeless.
I mean, I personally wouldn't in the World Cup. You know, it is
Yeah.
the World Cup, but you know, each.
I guess
their
there might be some language barriers.
own.
but-
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose that makes sense.
Then we
see
say
that-
that most of them are in the US or Canada.
Yeah.
Yes,
So-
but then the one or two who are in like China or something.
Yeah.
True.
You know, it might
true.
be difficult for them. Although, to be fair, saying that, the 3 Americans or whoever else just should call.
Yeah.
And the 3 Chinese should call or whatever. So,
Well,
even if
I
you've
have-
got separate calls, I mean, as long as you're calling and calling stuff out. So again, that gives me more reason to think Latin America's going to win. So,
So
A
yeah,
bit
we
right.
see Chibi Mike top 2. This is what I kind of expected, these two. And they're quite far away from the pack now.
Yeah, they have managed to get themselves quite a lead. Let's see if Mike may back spam around this turn. No, he's going to be holding it out, but not back spamming.
Probably his teammates behind him. Doesn't want to risk hitting them. This one's going to be
Certainly.
hard to see. Okay.
Okay, so it's going to be a Latin America 1, 2, 5, 7, 8, 9,
Yep.
Yeah.
2, 5, 7, 8, 9. All right, that's a 50-point race for Latin America, so 52-32.
Okay.
Good start for Latin America.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what their front run track will be.
Let's see what Mike wants to pick. It's going to be a music park.
Yep, that's the standard. So, yep, good choice by them. They have to streetle and pipe frame so they can do those keys pretty easily. Asia going cloud top. I would actually use a comeback track now. That was a not horrible, but a poor first race. Probably a Cheeseland or a Retro Mario Circuit would have done. They're more on the left-hand side. But it is going to be Music Park.
That is true, and something to note here is that there is DLC in this. Unlike the last war. So they could pick Cheeseland if they wanted. But Music Park is going to be the track of choice, and we are going to be seeing an immediate attempt to break from the top two.
Well, Chibi and Mike are powerhousing through in their top two still.
Yeah.
Right, is Chibi using Streetle? Chibi's using Streetle, isn't he?
Yep.
From what I can see.
Yeah, the bitrate isn't the best on this stream.
Oh yeah, that unfortunately is the only one.
It's
either
enough.
this or
We
none.
can see it generally. A coin though is going to be what Mike pulls. Did manage to get into the grass, but not affected too badly by it there.
But yeah, Chibi is breaking away. Mike sort of farther away from the pack. That dry Bowser is Seek, so
he's hit the plant. He's still in second though. That does prove how much of a lead they had. I mean,
triple shrooms. He's probably gonna use 2 here and then 1 for the cut. But I have been wrong, so.
Okay, well he's using both, so.
Oh, he's using all of them.
Guess who's wrong?
And he gets one. And he gets one
I
for the cut.
I think he just wants to catch up to Chibi again, just to keep them in that top two.
I mean, that lead is already enough, even if he doesn't catch up to Chibi. But let's be honest, that is still like a 4 or 5 second break from third place.
It is amazing when you think about it.
Oh, and there's the shock. Probably an
anyone
Asia shock.
Dodge? I think someone might dodge. Someone back there is in a star, I believe.
Doesn't massively affect the fact that Latin America have top 2, though.
No, Latin America might have more than top 2 as well. Think about it. I mean, we can't see anyone else because Mike's the only one person.
I mean, we'll have to have a look when it gets the results, but it does look like another convincing race.
That was a powerhouse race.
That was quite literally a top 2 front run.
That was a powerhouse race. Good on them. I don't know what else they got. They might have gotten more than top 2. They definitely did secure that top 2, but...
Top 2, no. 6, 7, 10, 12.
12.
Top 2.
But clearly Chibi and Mike are carrying... Well, not carrying their team, but, you know, they are doing very, very well for themselves.
Okay, for some reason I'm subtracting when I should be adding. Just saying things. That's a 44 to 38 race, I believe.
And what is the track pick going to be?
Probably another front run. Let these 2 guys run.
I suppose it depends what they're both good at. I would like to see some DLC track picks, obviously not.
Oh, there we go. Hyrule Circuit DLC.
That's an interesting one, I think. I don't think that gets chosen all that much, whereas Asia going for that GBA Mario Circuit pick.
It's been coming back with the return of SVC recently. Most of their track picks are becoming popularized.
Hyrule Castle, I believe we did see in the United Kingdom war yesterday against Nordic. So it's not something that's never picked.
This is a GBA Mario Circuit pick, and as we saw on the last war, you can front run it as an Australian member did show us. So Chibi and Mike are probably going to be okay here.
Yeah, I think it was Hiyoshi that showed us last one that
So
it can be front ran.
So let's see if Chibi and Mike can do the same.
We see David close behind them. Or now he's in front of one of Mike, but okay, this is tight.
Yeah. Oh, that's a draft.
Oh, that's a good draft, but
Oh, Joseph is there now, but Chibi and Mike are still. Oh no!
Oh
Chibi's
my
not.
god!
Oh no, he's not. No, he's not. He's
That
there.
it looked frightening for a moment because he was holding a green out and Chibi literally drove through it, but
Now Mike
David
has
is in
only
next place.
has
Chibi,
no
Mike's
2
still
coins.
holding that 1-3. If we can get David out of the second rather, we should be okay.
But David showing how he's a good T tier, like just keeping up with Chibi neck and neck.
There's a shroom. He should be using this here to go through the tires.
Oh, that red.
Oh.
He tried to avoid
That was a good attempt to avoid it, but
Red
not
Shells on this
enough.
game are very, very brutal, but he does have those trouble shrooms in 7th.
it's going to be using
Maybe
all
get a
3.
Triple green's an interesting item to get.
We're going to be seeing life in front of him.
yeah. Oh, yeah, I think that's curtains for David. He might
Curtains
have
for
hit
David.
Chibi's
That's
turn.
going to be curtains for Mike maybe as well. But Chibi,
Yeah.
And Chibi.
So
The
Chibi
top
on a
2
60.
powerhouse did die. I wonder
Chibi is
what
not
the-
on a 60.
Oh wait, no.
Chibi got
he
5th.
got. Whoa. Okay.
So that's going to be a 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 for Latin America.
Oh.
Again, a very good race for them.
1, 4, 5, 6. So 15 plus 9 plus 8 plus 7 plus 6 plus 4. That's 49 points for Latin America.
Okay. 145 is definitely kind of 1, 4, 5, 7, whatever. Yeah, it's kind of like
I
it's kind of middle to top spots. So track pick would be crucial.
knowing
Yeah.
they might go DK jungle. I can see them.
I mean
going-
Asia or Latin.
Latin
I
America.
wouldn't. Would you really go to DK jungle when you have David on the opposite side though? It would
That
be
is
a
true,
risk.
but Chibi also had the world record at one point. But they're going Animal Crossing, which is
They
good.
are, which is a very interesting track. Let's see where we are going to end up because my screen's crashed.
Oh, that's-
Numbers don't add up. Let me quickly
Oh.
resolve that. That's 103 to 143. I do apologise.
So Asia is still only down 40 then, which isn't too
Yeah.
bad.
Not too bad. They got a good track pick here. Let's see if they can utilize it though. Because you'll need good teamwork drafting here.
Mike getting
Oh,
up
that sound horn.
only a single banana.
That sound horn just crucified that 2-3 by Asia.
Mike is in first place, still holding on to that banana.
I mean, he could backspam if Asia are behind him, because if they get him, or if they are able to be hit around some of these turns, it could cost them quite dearly.
Mm-hmm.
Looks if he
That's
is
actually-
just going to protect it, but
And as you said before, Tom, the Luigi circuit shortcut of the end certainly is overpowered.
it is quite literally Luigi Circuit with a retexture.
to get Mike out of first, I believe that shortcut will need to be utilised.
Yeah. And I mean, Mike is breaking away now. There is going to be a red coming for him, but it doesn't connect at all.
Don't know if that was
Yeah.
even coming for him or not. That might not have been. That might have come from
Yeah,
second place.
indicators are a thing in this. Even if it's not coming for you. it'll
Meanwhile,
still
in
show.
Mario Kart Wii, they never show up.
No, they don't show up at all. Just sit there
There
like,
is actually a red that was going for him, and he does mange to block
Oh,
it. There's
that's
going to be
triple
another, and that
reds.
is going to be curtains for Mike's first place.
Yeah.
Oh, and now we see the Asia top two. They're probably their two best runners, David and Joseph. So, this is their best chance to get a good race. But he's gonna save that for the Mike's gonna save that shroom for the HD Luigi circuit shortcut.
HD Luigi circuit. Yeah.
Oh, no, he's not.
Well,
No, he's not.
Oh, why am I so wrong with my shroom
You are
predictions
so wrong
today?
today.
Not quite on point, but he will be getting coins, using them. Might be able to pull a shroom here. Nope, in comes a shock, and might have attempted to maybe target shock one of them. But regardless, I don't believe it worked, as we do see Teep coming into second place.
Oh,
That was a good race
Ken,
for Asia, I believe.
yeah, that was a top 2 by... Wait a minute. Was Tommy the Morton? Oh, yes, he was. Okay, so... Latin America, 3, 4, 5.
Latin America, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10.
That is 41 points for Latin America. That's an Asia win by 2 points.
You've just said that's
So-
a 41 point. That's
For
a
Latin
win.
America.
That
For it.
82 point total.
Oh, wait, that is not... That is the tie. What am I
That's a tie.
saying?
That was what I was getting confused about. So,
Saying is not on point today.
Asia currently down 40 from our calculation that might be wrong. Let's see, does anyone believe it to be wrong?
That adds up to 328.
Okay, people aren't saying that it's massively wrong, but there we go. We'll have to see if we can get Asia back into it, because 40, again, we've seen you can easily have a very good race that can give you near enough 40 point differential. Just, will it actually happen here? Will we see a 61 to 21 race?
Someone from Asia has left.
Is
Not
there going to be another sub? Let's look at the chats. Doesn't look like there is going to be a sub.
Maybe someone switching combos.
Might be.
Perhaps. But like I said, Asia with that one World Cup match under their belt, they're not losing by as LTA has put out quite a strong lineup.
We are seeing a few Mount Wario picks, so Mount Wario versus Cloud Top Cruise.
Yeah, good track picks by both teams. Although I would have preferred Shoals for Latin America, I guess Cloud Top works.
I don't think we've seen many picks of Mount Wario this World Cup so
We've
far.
seen them, but they've not actually been chosen. It's not chosen again, it's Cloud Top Cruise, ladies and gentlemen. I see Mount Wario, I'm like, I want to watch Mount Wario, and then we get Cloud
Mount
Top
Wario
Cruise
is a
again.
very interesting race.
It is.
It's a very interesting track, and I think you can have some very intense races on it.
Yeah.
But we're not going there.
No.
We are going Top Cruise, and we will see what happens here.
Yeah.
Ah.
So we are going to be seeing early attempts to bump each other into the vine walls, but we do see Mike getting trailed there and going to be falling down to 10th place. What will he pull? Going to be a single shroom. A few people ahead of him, in fact, pulled triple shrooms. That's not a very, not the best of pulls, but...
I'm 100% sure he's going to use the shroom here.
Are you? Yeah, you're right, so
Yes.
congratulations. Celebrate this.
One for 10, boys. 1 for 10.
He might be... Okay, yeah, he did have to switch his trajectory there to not get hit by the spark pad, but let's see what he can do in 4th place.
Is that Tommy Binford? Not anymore. That is 1-3 for Latin America.
We're going to be seeing Life and Joseph. Joseph with a bit of lag. Looked like he'd fallen off or something, but he is still on the track. And a red was going for Mike. Not sure if it is, but indicators wanted to tell us it was. And he might have to change his path. Yeah, he did it again.
Oh,
he's been...
that banana.
That was a banana and a half there. And a red. Just to make the race even worse. I think that was by a Latin American player. But
yeah. Red's on gliders.
And a blue.
This might be Asia's chance to strike back.
It certainly could be. And given the fact that Mike is in 12th, he could maybe pull the shock. It could be good for him, but no, he's going to be pulling a single shroom.
Yeah, a single shroom. That's just
unfortunate. He's going to use it here, isn't he? According to yep, there we go. I got a prediction right. Yeah.
That's probably the time trial. That's also the time trial shroom usage area.
He has got a star. Don't think that's going to help him too much. There won't be a shock here. So, no, he's going to have to accept his 11th place with dignity and pride that he is representing his country, or his group of countries, very well. And it's going to be a 2, 3, 5, 8, 9, 11 for Latin America.
2, 3.
It looks like a close race.
8, 9, 11. 2 plus 4 plus 5. That's another tied race.
Okay, yeah, thought it was going to be. So, that's going to lead the scores to 225 to 185. Going into the 6th race of the war, the midway point, and Asia only down 40, not too much. We have had 2 tied races as well recently, so certainly not a case of Asia being massively outclassed. I think it was just the fact that the first 2 races they really couldn't get people like Mike and Chibi out of the top spots that they'd acquired just simply by being in the room early. And
yeah,
there we go. That's certainly not going to be the pick that we expected. Coming off of a random, I think it was. But
what I mean, this is okay. For starters, this is probably the most random track.
Yeah, quite literally a random that is random.
Yeah, anything goes here.
Oh, interesting.
Yep, it's going to be...
It was a random.
It was a random. Don't worry. He's going to be obtaining some coins. 10 coins, in fact, for Mike already from the boost strip there. And...
drafting up into... let's see. Okay, 6th. That's comfortable.
6th comfortable, but can he get any higher? Looks like he's got 5th. We'll be getting a box in 5th. It's going to be a sound on. He could maybe kill a few people's races if he's close enough, but... No! Whoa! Whoa! I had a voice crack there. I was so surprised. Oh! He does manage to make that shortcut really, really nice and cleanly, though, so good job on his part for that. Looks like Latin America do have some decent spots, given that Chibi is in 2nd place, and Mike could very easily claim this 3rd.
That's 2. Oh, That's awkward. On my screen, Chibi's in 1st. Oh no, there's someone from Asia in 1st.
No, that's certainly Chibi in 2nd and Asia in 1st. In fact, David is coming up, so this could be a good race for Asia instead. 1-3 could be all Asia need. Mike doing his hardest to take all of these cuts, but it looks as if David knows.
Oh, that's going to be key, but I think David has enough.
He certainly does, and
yeah.
He might have even... It might even be top 2 for Asia, because I think we saw Chibi get almost overtaken, if not overtaken. No, it's going to be a 1, 3, 5, 9, 10, 12 for Asia.
135, I believe that might still be winning by a small amount. 135, 9,
That's another tied race.
Tied race.
Tied, yeah. Tied.
3 tied races in a row.
Tied race. Ladies and gentlemen, tied race.
It just proves my point of how close this is going to be. I mean, of how close Latin America and Asia are in terms of skill level, and the fact that both teams are performing considerably quite well.
Oh, let's see. There's something in the help desk. Ah. Okay, that's a thing. It's good being staff of the World Cup while being a caster, because it means that we actually get all the information literally fed to us through the chats instead of having to search high
That
and
is-
low for
That is a
all of the
positive.
info. Because we get to see what teams are looking like they're not getting 6, or what teams are dropping, or what teams need subs. And Mike does like to toot his horn there, but maybe that's a literal. Maybe someone that studies English can turn that into a metaphor that he's quite literally very confident with himself and he's tooting his own horn literal. But
These are two very interesting vote picks.
yeah.
I think Asia Ribbon Road is a surprise pick.
Ribbon
Not
Road and
like-
Excite Bike Arena. I mean, they are interesting. Both DLC tracks as well.
But
Excite Bike's more commonly picked now, but it's still more of a reset track as well.
question for KP, because you have just said it now. Is your stream
Hello.
frozen?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Please fix.
I don't know how to. I
Okay.
keep dying.
Well, we're going
me-
to be seeing Mike
Oh,
get
Mike,
hit by
get-
quite a few things. He did take the shortcut, but shortcut's given him 12th so far. Not the best. Might be able to cut a few bits off here, but electing to hold. Maybe someone has a shot.
David is gone.
It's going to be training it here, in fact, and let's see. Will Mike be able to do anything special with these shrooms other than maybe the obvious cut? No, he's going to be using them all.
Probably
Star?
banking on another shroom. Yeah,
Star does that.
that works.
That works. He can do it. We are seeing Seek in front of Mike as well. So Asia do have 6-7, but
They definitely have first as well.
yeah, this could be a good race for Asia. But
Depends on those 2, 3, 4 spots.
could we have 4 tied races in a row? Is the
Let's
main
make it.
question.
Well, Casters want to see it, but
We want to see
Asia
a
and Latin-
close game, but they probably want. They probably
yeah.
having a nightmare right now. But
Oh, did Seek hang
no,
on?
Seek
Yes, he
did hang on with his bike. That isn't going to be a tied
Top-
race. That is not a tied race.
That's definitely a win for Asia.
Top 2, 4, 6, 9, and 12.
6, 9, and 12. That's 48 points for Asia.
Okay, 48 to 34.
4. So Asia's down only by 26 now. Getting even closer. I actually expected kind of a blowout, but
It's not really been that much of a blowout, and
yeah,
we are most
Asia's
certainly
really
seeing
hanging in there.
that after 7
It-
races, it's quite close.
Yeah. They didn't have David for the first match against Germany, and that was really key, since I believe David has the highest points right about now.
And that is that DK Jungle pick that I believe
Yeah.
Chibi and David will be looking to take
It's going to be
advantage
DK
of.
Jungle, yeah.
I expect to see Chibi and David up here, hopefully getting some top spots and being able to hold them.
David's in first right now. I believe that's Chibi in third. So
So they do hold 1 and 3, which I imagine they should be able to hold.
yeah, okay, Joseph got bumped. Yeah, DK Jungle's not really good for second place. Tomi in second, maybe?
I believe so.
No, he's
oh no,
shoving
never mind.
back down.
He's died now. None of that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. Unless blue or triple reds happen, I don't see David losing his first here.
No. Mike is in 8th. He is battling to keep that position currently. He does get the nice spin drift. Or spin boost, rather. He does pull the set of triple shrooms in 8th. He is using them. If he can use these.
Careful here. Yeah, that's why that's not a good shroom spot.
Don't worry,
But
my
still in
screen is
4th.
blank, so I don't even know what's happening. Yeah, he isn't. Oh, there we go. My screen's okay now. He has gone back down to
Yeah,
the low
he
spot now. I don't know if
fell
he hit
into
the
the
grass or
off-road,
something.
and it cost him up to like 6th, and then I think he got bumped straight back into it, so...
So he is now in 11th, 10th, 11th. If he can
I'm willing to
keep
bet that's Chibi keeping up with David.
I
up there,
imagine it would
top
be.
two.
Yeah, I haven't seen him the entire race, so I assume you're right.
And yeah, from what we see, it does look as if that top 2 is quite broken from the rest of the pack, so...
Yeah, they both love this track, so that would be
It's-
why.
Not very good, though, if Chibi's in first and the rest of his team, or the rest of the
Or
team is in 8, 9, 10, 11. Because
Mm,
currently they are 9, 10, 11.
yeah.
Maybe we're seeing a comeback from Asia.
I'd hope so, given how they've managed to hold on is quite a miracle, but
Yeah.
I do
Mike
want to
is
see...
still back here in 10th.
I do want to see us to go into the final GP
Oh,
looking like there's a big chance, but there's a shock.
David is out of first. Hopefully for Asia, that's Tomeep up there, since I haven't seen him either.
I think Chibi did get first, but I believe Asia might have got 2, 3, 4 even.
No, we see Asia.
Well, I think that David definitely got like 3rd or 2nd, I believe.
Oh yeah, that's Chibi
Yeah.
first.
So that's 2,
2,
4, 5, 6,
6,
9,
10,
11. Could that be tied? I don't think that's tied.
9, 8, 7 plus 4 plus 2. Nope, that's a win for Asia by 2.
Okay, so that's going to be a
This is
42 to 40 race.
this is pretty tight.
Mm.
Oh boy, if Asia can make the comeback, I might raise my monotone voice.
And we are going to be going into the final GP. Very close. The gap between the two teams is now only 24 points. 316 to 340. Not sure if they've got another change from the lineups, because we have seen a lineup change in between GPs for the last time, but
I hope not.
it looks
It's
as
very,
if-
very, very close. I mean, the LBP with 12 points there, I mean, that's not even that bad. To be perfectly honest.
Just thinking what Asia can go now. Asia should go Schulz actually. That hasn't been picked.
Mm. And
2,
depending
4,
on their
5, 6.
depending on their positions, you've got things like Cheeseland and Dry Dry Desert that haven't been chosen if you want a comeback track as well. Depending on their positions.
Not sure why there's a delay in starting.
I
know,
can't see an answer to that.
Maybe they are waiting on someone.
Oh yeah, one of the Asian play. Oh no, they're all in there.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe someone's BRB or something, I don't know.
Let's hope that it does start very soon, though, because
CSL. Oh, not CSL,
not CSL.
but then
That's-
MKU.
That's not
We-
for another hour and a half, nearly, or hour and 15 minutes, but it's just a case of having a bit of a break in between casts and stuff.
Yeah,
Because
Yep.
2 casts straight is
quite
Fun.
tiring.
it's
Fun.
it's fun, but you do need a drink for your throat if you have been talking for 2 hours straight.
Yes, I
So
agree.
we see Water Park. It
That's
works,
interesting.
but
I'm not sure why they've picked Water Park there.
it is a good mid spots track. It's also good for bikers, considering Seek is a biker.
Yeah.
So, well, Asia got their pick. Let's see what they can do.
Asia is still extremely close to Latin America here. If Asia can pull out like a top 3, they're right back in this.
Oh, Mike's stream did go for about
Right.
half a second, but it is straight back up, and I'm not sure if that meant that screen sharing's died or not, but
No, it's fine for
I
me.
think mine's
Good.
okay, yeah.
Good.
Mine's fine.
so we are going to be seeing Water Park. Everyone is going to be getting spins from each other.
Yeah, that is going to be the case on this very long bend.
The long bend of which Mike has managed to pull a red from. Let's see, can he...
Trailing it, but too many of his teammates around.
Did he back
Oh.
spam it there?
Yes, he did. Got a horn.
Got a super horn.
Well, I wonder where the best place to use this would be. I suppose if he gets redded or something, I believe that would be the best course of action for him.
LT in top spots right now.
And he's going to use it there, trying to get some of the Asian players over the jump so that they get kind of targeted, but not going to work out for him, and he will be pulling triple shrooms in 5th place.
That's a very good item to pull there, actually.
Could use...
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
okay, he's getting back
But not
bombed.
if that happens.
Could use one, yeah, to use all 3. Gets another shroom.
Kind of rage shroomed up there.
Probably would have been
he
better
is-
if he'd held 2 of the shrooms, though, because...
I think he was just annoyed getting bombed, so I
Well,
just think
he spent
spammed
3
for-
shrooms for the sake of getting 1 shroom in return. That's not a
Well,
trade-off I'd
yeah.
have wanted, but...
I believe Asia is in first, but LTA is pretty much everything behind him.
Yeah.
What Asia need right now is maybe a shock dodge, or... We
Asia
do see
do
a
need
bill.
to get up there.
I mean, if Asia managed to get a few of these middle spots like it seems they might be able to, then the first isn't going to be too bad, but...
We'll have to see what the actual results are.
Yeah.
Ah, that's going to be a
1.
1, 6, 8,
Yeah.
9, 11, 12.
So that is going to be a winning race for Latin America, I believe.
It won't be by 2.
Oh, yeah.
It won't be by massive amounts, but yeah, it should be.
Uh, 34 points for Asia.
34 to
48.
Yeah.
Yeah. That cancels out the Ribbon Road race, so... Yeah. And that's unfortunate.
And it looks to us as if Asia now down 38. Still not an impossible.
No,
amount
like I
of
said, all it
points.
takes is one good race. Like, Germany got the top 5 on Cheap Cheap Beach. All it takes is, like, not even a top 5, just like a top 3 or something, and they easily come back into within 10.
And it is a Shoals pick?
Polite request for certain person in the chat. Can we not make NS Wheel jokes? I know it was funny yesterday, but it's a different David. This isn't Wheel 3322 or whatever his name was.
No.
This is not NS David, so please don't do the paedophile jokes. Thank you. Just polite request for the sake of keeping the chat like child-friendly chat, please, if we can.
Oh dear.
But Dolphin Shoals is going to be the pick. If
Dolphin Shoals is.
whoever gets the most coins before the eel, like I think we said last time, is likely to be able to kind of run away. Looks like Life might be one of the candidates for that.
Who is in first? I can't...
That's
oh,
going to be
no,
Life.
that's a top... Yeah. That's a... Yeah, top 4 by Latin America. Oh boy. If Latin America gets a good race here, it might be curtains, so... Asia, you gotta step it up now.
It's time,
Yeah, Latin ra-
time
again,
to step it.
And when we found like Germany got that top 5, it was kind of over before it began. This
Yeah.
you need to make sure they don't get that top 3, top 4, top 5, because if they do, it's not going to be easy to catch back up.
Yeah, see, this is why I was wondering... This is what Asia should have picked instead of Water Park, in my opinion.
It's not worked out very well for Asia now, though, but
Yeah.
No.
unfortunately, that's because the spots had changed, so it's
Changed,
benefited Latin America instead. Latin America with what looks to be a top 3 currently. And that was a very furious back spam of his fireballs. He does connect, so you can't
He does.
blame his furious spamming, but
It does connect with authority.
Joseph certainly is managing to pass, and whoa, okay. Looks like Mike's going to be taking this route to avoid Joseph's back spam, I'd presume, because I think Joseph did have very furious back
Triple
spamming
reds.
items. Triple reds could be
Triple
very good
red.
for him.
And
Yeah, he does
Joseph
manage to connect to
gone.
Joseph, and that's goodbye to
Joseph
Joseph.
is gone.
This could be
Goodbye.
curtains for Asia if
Oh,
it
but-
does stay. That is not
That-
going to do too much, I don't believe, unless the person who has build up can change for a
Triple
golden.
shrooms.
Triple shrooms, good pull, goodbye.
Goodbye. That's top 3.
That was a poor shock by Asia.
Oh, that was bad.
That
I
is
don't
what we
think
call a
it
good
got
pull,
better.
goodbye.
They could have even got better than top 3. What did
Top-
they even manage to
Top
get?
3, but Asia got. Oh, it might not be curtains yet.
Top
But-
3, 7, 8, 12.
I mean, it's not great, but it is what Asia kind of needed, not Latin America.
That's
So-
51 points for Latin America.
51 to 31. Okay,
That
yeah.
is really what Asia needed, rather. That is really what they needed here, and not the other way around.
2 races left. If Asia can pull a miraculous race right here, then there's hope.
But they need to pick the right track, and as I said, if they're bottom spots, I'd go DDD.
Dry,
or
yeah,
Zealand
dry.
or something. They need to go those tracks, because if they have any chance of catching up, they're not in high spots.
Why are they going Cheeseland?
Because that's a good comeback track.
Good. Well,
Uh,
why are they not picking dry?
Well, they can pick either, I suppose. It depends on what you're more comfortable with, because Dry Desert has that big long shortcut at the end, but I suppose Cheeseland has an equally as long shortcut as well.
I would
So-
have presumed they'd have wanted dry though instead, given that it's probably a track that would favour their players more because it's less runnable.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Cheeseland is runnable.
It's runnable, but not. It's not very runnable, but it's more runnable than dry.
Yeah, I suppose. Well, we're going Animal Crossing anyway, so and here we are in winter. It is a snowing.
Animal Crossing in the winter is going to be the.
It's winter.
This
So-
could be the deciding track for Asia. Animal
And again,
Crossing winter.
this was a Latin America pick. So at the end of the
Yeah.
day, I think if Latin America can just run this, and this track is quite runnable, there isn't many shortcuts other than the one at the end, then Latin America should be able to take this if they have a winning race here.
And Mike is getting into first, so that's very good for Latin America. The spots that they currently have do look very promising for the race, and Banana could be good for protecting if Mike does get under fire by a red shell, but probably not likely if Latin America are going to be in second place, but we are going to be seeing Mike try his hardest to hold on to his first place. Does well to avoid the banana back spam there. Does not do
Oh,
so well on that
was-
one.
That was a well-placed banana. Hopefully it wasn't
Latin
by an
America
LTA
top
member.
4 though. Oh no,
but Tommy.
Oh.
Oh. Okay.
that was weird. Tommy
Oh.
did very well to kind of break the top 4 because it did look like a top 4, but then suddenly it wasn't.
It wasn't anymore.
It wasn't anymore. Tommy did a very good job to break it, and then I'm not sure what happened with the bomb, but certainly happened, and can't really argue with the game. Anyway, Joseph could be readied out of his spot there. He's going to lag one. Doesn't lag there, not so lucky. Might be risky if that's a Latin America in 5th, but okay, he's going to back spam it anyway. Shrooms could be good here just to hold his position, and that's probably a top 3 for Latin America, so not very good for Asia.
If that was a top 3 for Latin America, then Asia's not coming back. I
Yeah,
don't
Asia's got some curtains to be dealing with. Asia's
think
most
they have
certainly got some
Top 3,
curtains.
5, bottom 2.
Asia's gone to some
Think. You've got to go buy
place.
some curtains.
They've got to go buy some curtains. They've gone to a curtain retailer.
retail.
I don't
So
know.
that's a 48 to 34 race.
48 to 34. Okay.
Isn't as bad as I expected, but that is still Latin America winning now by about 15.
14.
Oh, is that it? Is that all they're winning by overall?
Yeah.
What have I
Oh,
done
not
there?
overall. Oh, okay. I just meant the race.
Yeah,
But
overall.
that's definitely unwinnable by Asia now.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that is, I think, game over.
It's game over, but they could still be getting the wild card because they haven't actually lost matches too badly in comparison to Australia.
Yeah.
I mean, if Latin America get their backsides handed to them by Germany and Japan, and Asia manage to deal well with Australia, there is a chance that Asia still could be in third place. But we are going up to the final race. We already know that Asia can't win.
Latin America need to kind of, hopefully, off this win, they should do well against Germany and Japan, we would imagine. Or at least we'd have to hope so.
We'd hope for their team's sake, but we have seen it before where a team's had like a really convincing first win and then they've just broken down.
I mean, from Mike's perspective here, we haven't seen him get team raped much.
There's a bit of a kill.
Well, there is a little bit of kill, yes, but it's not been big, like game-changing, race-changing, like, things. Hyrule Circuit, anyway. Or Hyrule Castle, whatever it's called. I tell how much I know about Mario Kart 8.
Hyrule!
Anyway.
It's Circuit.
Circuit, thought so.
Right the first time. Hyrule!
Yeah.
Let's see what Mike can do with his shroom. Might chain
Probably
it.
gonna chain it. Or use it at the long shortcut.
Oh no, he used it there. That's good. Good usage, I guess. Does give him an 8th place opportunity.
The next box isn't far off, so...
No, it's right in front of him now, but
Yeah.
he will be able to connect with a box.
What's
Gets
pulling?
triple shrooms.
That's not too bad in that position, to be fair.
Triple shrooms not
Probably
too bad.
gonna-
He does hit a wall! That is a wall! Mike,
That's
please!
Mike.
Ball for your boy, Mike.
That is what you
Oh,
call
boy.
a wall. But let's see. Can Mike perhaps get a good item here? Triple shrooms in 9th. Oh, he gets back bombed, so it's not going to be the greatest of items.
He should have been able to get a better item than that, I think, considering.
I think Mike could have done better if he didn't just spam his items when he gets hit. Because we've seen it a few times. We saw it on Water Park. We saw it there when he hit the wall. He literally just spammed sets of triple shrooms that he could have used to take cuts, and in the long run it might not cost him too many points, but you know, if Latin America want to get the best...
He's rage using items, I think that's the problem.
It's the fact that it's just costing him a few points, and it might not impact the war too much here because Latin America are winning, but if this was against a team like Germany or Japan, I wouldn't want Latin America Mike to be spamming his items all over the place when he hits a wall.
Well, like I said, that's a good thing about having a World Cup match already under their belt regarding Asia, is that they've kind of learned from their mistakes from yesterday. So hopefully Mike, the mistakes he's made today, which we've made out.
We've had a go at him for.
We have had a go at him a bit for spamming his items and rage iteming and whatever else he's been doing. So hopefully he is able to rectify those mistakes for the Japan match and the Germany match next week.
Hopefully he
That
will.
is a 43-39 race win for Latin America.
Okay, so that is going to be a win for Latin America overall. That's going to be a...
Is that a plus 100?
What was it, 43
like
to
it.
37? No.
No, 43-39.
43 to 39, so even not. Even more no. There we go. No, that doesn't add up.
Wait, what's happened here?
I've not added up. 43, 39 is going to be that. So no.
No. Okay, so
454 to
wasn't as
530.
close, but Asia did put up a very good fight considering. I think they should be very happy with themselves.
Yeah.
No.
I mean,
There's the group table. I was trying to
there we
show.
go.
I was trying to show the group table. It's going to put Latin America
I
in a
guess-
decent spot in 3rd place.
I guess you can open up that Photoshop.
I can open
If
that
you would like to.
Photoshop.
I think Asia might still be in the same position as they are now because Australia did lose their 2 matches by a considerable amount. So Asia and Australia are both minus
a very heftier sum. So we will have to see how it goes while Tom updates the table. As I said regarding Mike, you know, he did make a few mistakes there in that war, but I think they were more towards the end when he kind of knew they'd won. Maybe that was maybe his reason for doing that. But hopefully he doesn't do that in, you know, the wars against Japan and Germany, which I believe are the top two teams in this division. So hopefully he can kind of get his act together and hopefully rectify all the mistakes that he made today.
Seems that Smash will be getting penalized.
Oh,
What
Confirmed
for?
by the. Was there a tag error? I did not notice. Did
I
I
didn't
see an
even
AS
see.
Smash?
This
I
is-
didn't see any Smash, no.
Now, I haven't updated the... Oh, dear. Okay, so we're not going to be able to give you the updated Group A table because somehow my template didn't save. So currently we've got last year's where Ecuador played, but
Oh dear.
we can't provide you with an updated table. But let's just presume that it puts Latin America... It's
In
the
third.
exact same spots, it's just
It is.
the point difference change. Latin America in third place with plus not 100. Asia with minus about 250 in fourth place with a 002. Like we say though, Asia has played one of their harder matches already. Latin America hasn't quite got to face Germany or Japan yet. Asia
No.
has faced Germany, I think it was, and didn't do too badly. So
Well, they lost by like over 100, but yeah, they didn't do too badly considering
not
it
bad
is
in
Germany.
comparison to Australia, when
No,
Germany and
no.
Japan are top two or two of the best few teams in the world.
Yes, I suppose that is right.
But in about 55 minutes, we will be bringing you the footage of Benelux versus France, which you can
Yeah.
catch. I'm not sure who's going to be casting alongside me. It might be you.
Might be me. Might be
It's
me.
most certainly not me. 'Cause
KP, it might be you.
It might be me. Ooh.
oh boy, I need a quick crash course on
I
MTV.
mean, I'm a celebrity now. Yeah, this is happening. Well, we can find out who it is then, I suppose, in whenever we're doing it. I'm sure there's
Is
a few
Ace
other
not
cap-
here?
Ace is, but he hasn't been around. I don't know. He said he'll cast LTA in Nordic later, so I'm assuming he's doing that one.
Yeah.
So
We're
There
not
we
too
go.
sure on what's happening with a certain game on this. Let's.
the Mario
yeah.
Kart 8 doesn't have a stream host currently, so
No,
we're gonna
well-
have to find someone.
Well, the current stream host is going to be playing in the match, so
Ah.
that's a problem.
Yeah, we're not too sure what's happening with Germany, Italy. That will be happening later if it does
if it
in
does, yeah, 'cause
in Mario Kart
Italy's-
Wii.
well,
because-
Italy's been confirming they might not get 6.
Italy might be dropping from the match, so
Yeah, they
That's
might not be getting
unfortunate.
6, because they did only have 8 people to start with, I believe. So
that was
it
the
didn't-
threat that we've already discussed. Though it's
it didn't go too well for them.
no, but we will have footage of Nordic versus Latin America at 9 p.m. BST. That's 4 Eastern.
Yeah, Keon's already threatened me to use his POV this time because we didn't
It's-
use it yesterday.
It's
So,
certainly a match that we'll not want to be missing.
No.
Latin America versus Nordic is going to be at 4 p.m. Eastern. But until then, I'm not too sure if we will have the cast of the Mario Kart 8 match that I believe is Italy, Eastern Europe. Not sure if that's going to be
Yeah.
happening, but that'll be in 20 minutes if it does. If not, then the Mario Kart Wii match will probably be on MK Boards 1. If there is a Mario Kart 8 stream on here by then, it will...
There should be one. NATO should be streaming.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
so we should have Italy and Eastern Europe, was it?
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so we should have that, hopefully.
But we should be seeing Benelux, France on MKB2 probably then, so
Yeah, which will
That-
be exciting.
that's in just under an hour, so everyone stay tuned for that interesting
Stay
match.
tuned.
Well, it's just kind of good that we're able to tell people what matches are happening.
It is. We're actually prepared this time. We actually know what we're talking about.
Well,
But yeah, Benelux France should be interesting because France won their match against Italy yesterday, and Benelux lost to the United Kingdom and Ireland.
yeah, and I got
So-
outbagged.
You did get outbagged by Apollo, but your team still won, Tom. So that's okay. That doesn't matter.
I'm
So
pretty
that should
sure
be an
I
interesting
won't be
one.
getting picked. So-
Seeing Apollo against who's Francis Bagger, Cosmos.
Cosmos.
That'll be a massacre. That'll be a massacre.
It might not be. It might be good to see because Apollo did play really well.
Benelux is actually practicing right now against. Who are they practicing against? Nordic. They're practicing against right now.
That's quite a good team to be practicing against, number 3 in the world.
Benelux is practicing against Nordic, and Nordic for some reason have got Fox backing for them in that war, even though it is a friendly, and that is kind of strange. But that's happening anyway. So Benelux is doing their practice matches now. I'm hoping France are doing the same, and that match should be coming to you in about an hour. Was it?
It's going to be 50 minutes at this point because
Yeah.
it's.
So about 50 minutes. That should be coming to you as well.
And we should be keeping people up to date on the Discord if you do forget. So don't worry, we will remind people. We will tag everyone and send a link to whatever stream we do have to use. Probably MK boards too, like we said, because the Italy-Eastern Europe match will be taking place earlier. But yeah, I think that's it from us for now. I'm not sure if anyone has any more comments to say or...
No, I think I said everything I needed to about that match.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, Mike made his mistakes, but maybe that's because they knew they'd won. Hopefully he doesn't make the same mistakes again in the Germany and Japan matches. Asia, I think, has put up a very good fight in both matches so far. And hopefully, I think they deserve at least one win in this World Cup, how good they've been playing. So hopefully that should be good.
Latin America versus Germany is happening tomorrow, so that I feel will determine how well Latin America will do in this World Cup.
Yeah.
And Asia, I think they have a chance. It's looking a bit grim, but they've been performing better than I thought. I mean, I thought it would be like negative 300 plus minus about now, but they've showed that they can compete. So I'm looking forward to their match against Australia.
Should be
Alrighty.
exciting.
But
That's
yeah,
all I have to say.
I think...
Go on, you can go.
No, you can go.
No, you can go. I'm
No,
not saying that.
because I was going to end the stream, so you can go.
Okay. I was just going to say, so we've got France and Benelux in 50 minutes. I'm excited for that one. I don't know who's casting with Tom. It'll probably be either me or some other person I don't even know.
It might be you and Vale with me.
It could be me and Phil. We have no idea yet, but we will tell you before we do start the stream. And that's it, really. Yeah, and then Eastern Europe and Italy, which should be a very fun match, actually. Pray for Dugo. Okay,
Pray for Dugo. But yeah, thank you for watching. And I've been Stunky. We've got KP and Saiyan with me. So thank you for watching this. We'll be with you with a few other matches today. Not sure if I'll be helping with the Mario Kart 8 for the rest of the day, depending, because quite a lot of the matches are happening the same time as Mario Kart Wii matches, but we'll have to see what can happen, and hopefully we get as many streams as we can for each match. So that's it from me and the rest of the team, and we'll see you in a few more minutes time.